Welcome to a quick overview of DayZ Early Access. This is my second take, as the first one was just nothing but rage. I'll still have some problems here, but thank you for, this is it. This is, came out in 2012 as the mod. 2013, the end of, by fall, he said, like, we're gonna get an alpha out, and then nothing happened until 2013, like summer or fall, where he released a video blog describing some features, and they did a few of those. And then December 2013, they finally released the DayZ retail product, not standalone. Oh my god. Okay, I'm trying to hold back on my rage because I feel like there's a lot of problems with this game that are not being addressed. Anyways, this is an alpha product. It's not really. You can fix 2 bugs, pathfinding by zombies and loot respawns, and this game is finished. There's several guns. There's one 9mm, 2 .45 calibers, 1 Magnum pistol, SKS, and a Mosin, and an M4, and they just added an AKM, and they're adding a couple other guns. That's cool, but, meh, like, really? I mean, I still haven't seen an AKM, and I've been in .45 for a while. I've yet to see deer or any animals, but they stress this enough that it's an alpha game, there's going to be problems, so, I've only encountered problems with zombie pathfinding and loot respawns. That's the only main problem I have. Like, some bugs I encountered, they're super rare, and it's like, So I'll try to keep my negativity down. I tend to be very negative about this game. So this is early access, 0.45, blah 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 blah. This second number doesn't mean shit. It was released earlier this week, so it's a very simple UI. I like this UI. It needs to be simple. It doesn't need to be complex. They could change it a little bit, but it's simple. I do have a problem with how they hit this play button right here. This spins you into your last game. So, configurations, 3D, first person, field of view, music. There's no music in the game. Video settings, VSync, user textures, basic ARMA stuff, objects. I have this all low because, again, the game doesn't run that great. Texture detail, I put it at high so I can see a little bit farther. Actually, object rendering, I don't want that high too. And clouds disabled, and rendering, all sorts of different post-processing that you really don't need. So let's close that. Gameplay, head bob or not. One thing I didn't like was aiming, dead zone, and acceleration. You can't turn that off. So dead zone is, so you move your mouse but your character doesn't move, which is no fucking PC game has that. Does support controller support, which I disabled, but it's ARMA, helicopter movement and all that stuff. You can customize your character and all that stuff. Again, I don't know what's going on. There should be my guy here, gender, skin tone, and then different levels of different colors. Okay, let's actually find a normal server here. There's 2 servers, hardcore and regular. The only difference is hardcore is just forced first person's perspective, and then there's really no other difference. But yeah, let's join a regular server. The filters are very very generic. Host, missions, ping, max ping. Let's actually hide that. You can't filter by time, you can't filter by version, you can't filter by mode, you can't filter by hive. Well, you can sort. Histories don't work. Oh, they do work. Oh, it's history of your favorites. Whatever. I do have characters on hardcore and regular, but I'm gonna do hardcore. Let's see here. It takes a little bit. Let's join a medium pop server. Times of days, these don't mean shit because the timing, the sun sets way early and gets up way late. So it's really weird. Like, I think the sun comes up at 6 and goes... It's a 12-hour day? So it doesn't make any fucking sense, because it goes down, and the way the position of the sun is it's... It's in winter, so it's... And it's just like the sun is never in the east or in the west. It's always in the southeast, and then goes to the south, to the southwest. It's just like, fucking hell, just... Can't you just make it west and south? I mean, fucking hell. The compass in this game is stupid. Let's see here. This one looks like a good one. Then you hit connect. And waiting for host. Loading is pretty fine. It's not that bad. It's probably the fastest loading Bohemian Interactive game. I mean, this game does cool, but it's just... You're always gonna encounter that person. The community is what really... You're always gonna run into somebody that's just gonna shoot you. You're always gonna run into just random bandits. Luckily, they're more likely to have a Payday 2 mask, which is nice. What else? It's... You want to do for headshots. Here we go. Loading up. Why do I have a... There we go. I'm in the new town here. It's fucking lag fest. So this is my guy. You can customize it a lot. One problem I do have is pistols. They don't come... They come with... They don't come with clips. So you can only load one in the chamber. Same with the Spotter 22. Which sucks. So there's food and all sorts of different stuff. You use a can opener to get food. You could use turn shirts into rags. There's different ammo and let's see. There's since there's two 45 guns. You know, they can take the 45 caliber ammo. It's not gun specific. It's just rounds specific. What else? So this is the new town that they added. Let's see here. My favorite site to go to is DayZ TV. The map here is way better. It's cleaner. I don't need that. Did they add this town? No, they didn't. God. But we're up in this area. I like this town because it's nice and clean. Well, the name has not been added, I guess. So it's from this town. You just follow this road up here. A lot of times you could spawn in here, which sucks because, you know, really, if you don't know the land, it can be very frustrating. It's raining here. It's a gorgeous town. I really like this town. I feel like it's a nice town, but why? There's one extra building in this town, but again, you're running into the same loot you would find at like Cherno, or Lextro, or Berezino, Vibors, Lenogorsk, Novi, Stari, just a bunch of major, you know, big towns. You're always gonna run into these red and green houses that share the same loot. You know, so somebody has been through here. Since loot doesn't respawn, my word of advice is, oh shit, let's go in third person here. You know, if the door is open, it's probably looted, but, you know, I like getting loot weird shit. Like, I hold maps. Maps in this game are actually kind of decent. Let's see here. So I could get a red cheek wool coat and put it in my blue hoodie. So, you know, very cool. And of course, a little bit of loot is, you know, it's not that big. I like my hoodie. Rain is supposed to damage your items, but that's never happened to me. Also, it's kind of like server dependent on what is what. There's tons of melee weapons, you know, machetes, baseball bats, hoes, pickaxes, you know, pitchforks and all that stuff. So there's a wide variety of loot. But again, all the towns are practically the same thing, and so you're not finding anything new. It's fun, you know, if you're an explorer like me, that's cool. You know, I like my open world. Oh, it's another 22. But there's just, you know, no point for these new towns. They should really go back and retool some of the older towns. They have done with, like, Zelenogorsk, Novi, and Stari. but it's really just, you know, why you're, you know, kind of not doing much here. Again, stress this enough. This is a gorgeous town. They should easily go back to Cherno and retool that. Same with Electro. They haven't retooled those. But they are great. Great towns. This is a great town. I just want to not stress that enough. So you know, you just go through here and just loot. You know, it's DayZ. There's no difference. It just runs a little bit better. So right now I'm running at 35. Cherno in this town, well, the Cherno Apartments, which is a newer town. Oh, is this a new? No, this is not new. Which is north, the mountainside of Cherno. It gets really laggy because there's a lot of polygons, a lot of towering apartments. These, again, why are these apartments here? They don't serve much loot. You could spend hours on end looking through all of the things. So one of the new things they did was add paint. So you can spray paint. I spray painted this spotter green. So yeah, it's nice. You can change it black. For your Mosin, you can change your camo if you play black and green, or green and black. They could be at different times. Wait, did I open this or not? Or did I come in through the back? I came in through the back. You know, it's the mod with more money. They streamed out a lot of stuff, so looting's real nice. It's not a pain in the ass. I just press I, and you can see that it's some of the doors. I mean, they could totally fix that, but it's more of my analness than actually really a problem. So here, so like I just press I, and you got your vicinity. Got a bandana, but I like my Bowie hat. This town is just so cool because they have these car wrecks. They don't have this in Cherno. They don't have this in Electro. It's just really fucking cool just to see this wreck here. You know that, oh shit, this is the apocalypse. Yeah, no shit, people would get in car wrecks, and there's this like debris on the ground, there's shattered glass and all that stuff. You can open up cars. There's a sickle, all sorts of cool shit. Maybe we'll find somebody here and see what happens when a lot more places are open. You could see if my tip is if a door has a handle, you can open it, and if it looks like you can see through the glass, there's broken glass, you can go through it. So you can't go through there. Let's see here, what else is here? Let me just go to just look at this town. This looks like a really lived-in town, unlike Cherno Electro. You know, just like, holy crap. People lived here, and I had a big complaint with this game. Just like, there's a lot of places where it just does not look like the people lived here. It looked like, just like somebody built these places and didn't live here. And I'm actually very impressed by this town, because there's vehicles, there's debris, there's glass all over the place. It looks like somebody lived here and then got the fuck out of here. So it's a little bit bigger. It's bigger than Cherno, and there's tons of loot. You know, just gorgeous town. So in the mod, you had to eat and all that stuff, and this time they have a calorie counter and all that stuff. So you find food and water, you get hydrated and energized. So if you eat enough food, you get energized. If you drink enough water, you get you know, hydrated, and you can run fast and all that stuff. So even I can just like let's see here, come on. So I can just like go like this and eat. And again, it has really good, you know, the animations are pretty good. It's a little awkward, but I find that, you know, my analness towards games is, you know, decent. It's actually very, very nice. So this is the clock tower, just like in Cherno. It tells you the time. There is no watch in the game, but there is a compass. Do I have a compass? Why do I have a can of spray paint? Ugh. I don't have a compass. And so this is the newer building here. It's only in this town. I think. Pretty sure. I don't remember seeing these. I think. What is that? So there's even, you know, bayonets for your guns, but they don't do anything. There's a lot of things in this game that actually don't do anything. You know, you can get a propane stove, and you're supposed to cook that stuff, but it's not really explained. You could write notes. I don't fucking bother with that shit. Different pans. It's just a lot of these residential areas. It's a lot of, you know, hay. A lot of clothes here. Got some medical stuff. There's chlorine tablets, which you can use to purify water. Got some bandages. In the mod, you eat food to get your blood back. This time, it's a little bit more complicated, which is kind of cool in itself. You have to know what blood type you are. And then you need a blood transfusion kit, which is real nice. What else? This is, you know, it's a really solid game, but at $30 it's a little bit expensive for how not much different it is from the mod. It's just a little bit cleaned up. This is what money does. It was on sale on the other day on Steam. Oh, here we go. We got a bike helmet here. You can put that on. You could be more resistant to being punched out. So that's really nice. But I've never been punched out, so I like my... Is it a bowie hat? Yeah, it's a boonie hat. You know, there's different ammo, shotguns. Oh, here's a new item they added. It's called a flare. So just like in the mod, it fucking lights up a goddamn, you know, the planet. One thing I do have a problem with is a lot of servers do daytime only, and so there's a lot of, like, you start with a flashlight and that's it. And it's just like, okay, so it's daytime. I need room for food. That's a real need. And, you know, if it's day, you know, all the servers have different times, and so if there's, you know, night here, I'm just gonna switch servers. There's no incentive to keep your flashlight unless you're like a hardcore person like me, where I just like fucking get a let's go up to these apartments and wrap it up here. You know, get a headlamp, which is really fucking cool. Damn it. That's a nice one. Pristine, and like my boonie hat. I guess this wasn't a new building, huh? Guess they haven't added new buildings yet. It would be nice if you get in certain areas, you can only get certain items. You know, there's military barracks and hangars all over the place, but, you know, you're not going to get anything extra from going to the Northwest Airfield compared to going to Balado, or, you know, other military bases across the land. There's one near, what do you call it? Komarovo, I think, and another one by Vivar. And they don't get looted, which is pretty nice. Unless it's just like a lot of people spawn and stay in Berezino and do their PvP. You really rarely see people in the interior of the place because of it just really there's no reason to go out there. So here we have a pitchfork here. So they added canned food. So for canned tuna, that comes with a self-opening device, which is really nice. You can use machete, different tools to open up a can of food, and you don't get 100%. You get some. Some tools are like ruined. So worn machete, you would have like a worn can opener. I don't know the difference. None of it's really explained. There's not a lot of documentation for this game, which sucks. But again, it's just it would be nice to know what some stuff does in the game. So it's just like a shit like this, like this apartment that really doesn't have anything, but it just keeps on going up. Like, I could spend this whole 20 minutes looking through here and realize, oh yeah, there's nothing here. So my words of advice is look for 2-story buildings, like the green and red ones, and go in there because they have decent loot. But again, it's safe for zombies. Fucking be up to the line, way up to the top, and it's going to be safe from zombies because zombies can pathfind or have no proper pathfinding, so they just phase through the building. So we just go up here. Yeah, and we're up here. These buildings are the new apartments. So these buildings are in Cherno, they're in Berezino. They replaced. These are the new models for the old apartments, but there is apartments that are bigger, but they don't have as much more. You know, there's binoculars and all that stuff, but they're super rare. Another problem I have is ACOGs. They have ACOGs in this game, and an ACOG is actually a real item. It's advanced crystal optics organisms. I don't know, but it's a real item. It's actually a trademark item. But I don't know the legal stuff about that. You know, you see it in Battlefield, you see it in Call of Duty, you see it in Counter-Strike with the AUG, or not the, yeah, the AUG, and it's so it's a very well-known thing. It's a 4 times magnification. And I looked it up, and my friend told me, hey, they can break. I'm like, no, they can't. They're made of polymers and crystals. They're impossible to break. They're $1,200. No, $1,200 on the low end. So they're not going to break, but yet, sure enough, they break. So but it's because how magnification works in video games, it's still useful, because it's a change of field of view. So keep that in mind. You can still see through it. You know, the side of the zoom in, the scope is also the same magnification. So there's that. This used to be called the hospital, so there would be all sorts of medical supplies in here in the mod, but never find anything useful in here. You might find one health kit, which is those red packs I got with the bandages. You can use rags instead of bandages, what you get from shirts, but it's a one-time use, and they're not the best effective. This is what I hate, because there's no loot respawn. Servers have to reset every 2 hours or 4 hours so people can get loot. But that's DayZ retail. It's a decent game. You know, if they really plan on making this a $60 product, there's a lot they need to do. Like, you compare that to Arma. Arma offers a lot, and that's a $60 product. You know, they add some full-featured, multiplayer tool set, kind of a lot of single-player stuff. This game is just purely multiplayer. I believe this game should be $20. I mean, or give you a discount if you have Arma 3 or some other Bohemian Interactive. It's just like $30 is a lot. You could dump a lot of hours, but it's just like there's just not much of a difference between the mod and this, except that, there's more towns, there's more loot, but it's fundamentally the same game. But I hope I wasn't raging too much on my video. But thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you on the flip side. Bye.